Folks, we have a problem. My toilet seat is trying to kill me. Every time I sit down, it slides around like an Olympic ice skater. And if I just so happen to lean too far, this is not how I planned to meet my porcelain throne.
These cheap bolts just don't hold up. Their threading is looser than my willpower at an all-you-can-eat buffet. That should do it. Tightened, locked, secured. This toilet seat is now an immovable fortress. Not again.
They didn't even stay tight for one use. Not one poop. You lean in for a wipe, it's instant chaos. It's betrayal, panic.
Here's the plan. I'm going to design a superior, unbreakable, ultra mega butt-saving bolt and print it. Because science! First, I've got to measure this thing precisely. A digital caliper? Fancy, right? I use it to pretend like I know what I'm doing. Now, into Fusion 360. And I'll be honest, this part might be boring. But hey, if you're a Fusion nerd like me, grab some popcorn. Let's get after it. Behold, the most exciting bolt design montage in the history of YouTube. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for. Printing! And here it is, fresh off the printer. It looks solid, but will it work? Ladies and gentlemen, it is done. My butt is safe. Science wins. And that, my friends, is how you use a 3D printer to solve a real-world problem. And if you're wondering, why did I choose to print my bolt in two separate pieces laying down and glue them together? Well, that takes a huge shout out to Greisic21. I apologize if I mispronounce your name. He pointed out in my last video, he left me a comment saying that I really need to pay attention to the direction of my layer lines. Not something I really had thought of yet, but it makes perfect sense. If I printed the bolt standing upright and it built layers this direction, that's going to work parallel to my force that's acting against the bolt. So I printed it in half so I can have my layer lines running long ways. That way my force working against the bolt is working perpendicular to my layer lines, making my layer lines all work together and making them stronger. Because had I printed it standing upright and it was parallel, the force acting against the bolt was parallel to my layer lines, That's just going to cause it to shear right there at the layer, right at its weakest point where two layers are connected. So huge call out to you, and a huge shout out. It was awesome. Definitely made my job a lot harder, but it was a challenge I wanted to take, because here are all of my failed tests trying to get the bolt to split in half. And it was awesome because I really had to hone in on my clearances, because the clearances were a lot more unique, I guess, or a lot harder to get the clearances just right, to get just perfect when printing, laying down, and gluing the pieces together. But it worked, and it's awesome. So thank you again. I really appreciate it. What ridiculous things do you want to see me 3D print next? Leave me a comment below. If you like this content, please like, subscribe, and remember, never trust wobbly toilet seats. Until next time, may your prints be perfect and your butt be safe.